You're all right there, folks. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Always a pleasure to see you. We've reached the final over in France. We've got Felix Auger-Aliassime coming up against Alexander Kovacevic. I'm really looking forward to this one. Should be a banger. We want to talk about it in a second. Before we do, let's just talk about Kovacevic beating Rublev today. You took and plus that points with me. That's 3 in a row now. That's 3 in a row. Alexander Kovacevic has had something to do with all 3 of them too. I actually cashed that bet for those that watched the Premier League video last night as well. We hit that, so I ended up getting both of them today. Very, very successful weekend so far. It seems only right that we try and cap it off with a nice win for Sunday. Like the video for me, get yourself subscribed if you're not. If you want to support the channel, links in the description, in the pinned comments. You don't have to, but for those that do, I really do appreciate it. You know I do. Right then, just the one for us tonight. Let me just start by saying, I don't think anybody, including myself, thought that Alexander Kovacevic was, one, going to be as good as he has been, and two, make the final. Didn't see either of those coming. Great stuff. He was so good against Rublev today. We did sort of call it. I didn't think he was going to do him in straight sets the way he did, but I did mention, didn't I, Rublev is still bang out of form, so maybe we should have seen it coming. I'm not complaining, far from it. I'm very happy with what I've seen today. Felix Auger-Aliassime, I mean, we said De Jong would keep it close, and he did. I mean, I think it just came in, 4.5. It was very doable. It seemed very doable to us anyway, and I didn't think De Jong was going to win. Don't think any of us expected him to win, but he did indeed keep it close. So let me know if anyone took him on the points there. Did anyone take the total? See, I'm thinking. Remember seeing a couple of totals. Was that 22 now? What did that finish? 7-5-6-4 was it? No. Did that finish on 22? I could be wrong. I may be remembering wrong, but if the total was 22 and a half, it was 7-5-6-4. Oh, that's rough. That's a rough one, and if anyone took that, I feel for you. We'll just quickly recap on the 2 players. We've spoke about the pair of them quite a lot already all week. Kovacevic has been fantastic. Absolutely bloody fantastic. We already mentioned that he did win a title on the Challenger Tour leading up to this. He only dropped the 1 set in that. He's won 6 straight now from the start of qualifying all the way leading into the finals, and he's only dropped the 1 set again. That was to David Goffin. Looked good in qualifying. He ended up beating David Goffin. He beat Matteo Bellucci. Ended up doing Bublik in straight sets, who, as we mentioned, was the defending champion here. And then, as we all know, he ended up drilling Andrei Rublev today in straight sets too. Fantastic. He's just got better and better. He really has risen to the occasion each and every time. He doesn't seem to put a foot wrong. He gave up a break today, didn't we? We have seen him give up a break against David Goffin, and it happened again today, but he's so solid. He is so solid. I'm just trying to compare him to what I remember him being like last year, and it doesn't even seem like the same player. It really doesn't. The improvements this lad has made, I am very, very impressed with it, to say the least. Aliassime, he's won 4 of his last 5. We know he won the title in Adelaide, beating Sebastian Korda. Yeah. 6th title, I've already mentioned that. It was the Davidovich Fekina game that sort of put us off, weren't it? Although he has been a really, really big favourite all week, pretty much. So, I haven't really missed out on taking him. All his games have been really close. They've all been close, haven't they? It was a close one against Artur Kazov. He done really well to come back in the second set there, as we mentioned. It was a very close one against Boo, although he would have covered that spread just about, but it was close enough, just the one break here and there. He actually offered no break points against Boo. Been really good on the serve. Like I said, against De Jong, he beat him as we expected, but it was a very, very close one too, as we also expected. So he did have to save consecutive set points in the second set. You know, that did go to a tiebreaker. We mentioned that he got beat in the semi-finals here by Bublik last year. That went 3 sets. You know, according to the bookies here, looking at the price, you've got Aliassime as quite a big favourite here. What is it? Let's call it 1.3. Let's say 1.3. I can't help but disagree. I slightly disagree with that. Look, if I'm being totally honest with you, this is a game that Felix Auger-Aliassime should be winning, right? But are we going against Kovacevic? For what reason? Like, why? What is the reason? There is none whatsoever. What's the spread there? 3.5. Look, they've all been close, haven't they? All the games have been close. Even though he has just beaten Rublev, we don't have to talk about it that much. We know Rublev isn't quite himself at the moment, to say the least. I think it's safe to assume that Felix probably is a little bit of a step up in caliber of opponents, you know, compared to the ones that he's faced already. I can't see him like troubling Kovacevic that much in the form that he's currently in. I can't see him struggling that much against Felix. I don't expect him to win. I didn't expect him to beat Rublev, but I do think he will keep it close once again. That spread is 3.5. These have played once before. It was in Cincinnati, and it was only last year too, on the hard court, and Felix absolutely bullied them. I'll tell you the exact result for that. One sec. That was 6-3, 6-1 in the summertime. But like I said at the start, I mean, the Kovacevic that stands before us today, it seems like a completely different player. It does. Like, I could swear it's not the same dude. I've been so impressed. I've been very impressed. And I've seen you in the comments. We've mentioned it all week. We've all been really, really impressed with Alexander Kovacevic. And I've said it all week, and I'll be saying it for the last time, at least for this tournament anyway. He has given me no reason to go against him today. I took him for a set against Bellucci, and he ended up doing him in straight sets. I ended up just rolling the dice and taking him to beat Bublik, and then he ended up beating him. I took him plus the points against Rublev, and he ended up smoking him in straight sets. Rinse and repeat. We'll go for the 4. Go for the 4 in a row to finish us off over in Montpellier. I'm looking at Alexander Kovacevic plus the 3.5 games. Let me know what you're going for. I'm all the way in on that. I'm already locked in. Looking forward to watching it. I think he gets it done. I think he covers that. Whether he wins or not will remain to be seen. But as long as he gets that done, like I said, you can see a tiebreaker in this. Two of them very good on the serve, aren't they? Yeah, all day. Maybe look at the total. I don't know, maybe stay away from the total. I'm not really a total guy, but Kovacevic plus the points. That's me. All day. All day. Let me know what you're going for. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you watching, as always. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. And I'll be saying good night to you folks. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Let's go get that cash again for the 4th time. And then I'll see you. Probably see you tomorrow. We're back on business, aren't we? Over in, is it Holland? Are we in Rotterdam? And then Dallas next? It's one of them. Or both of them. I'm not too sure. Let me know if anyone knows. But until then, let's go get that cash again today. Enjoy the final. And I'll see you tomorrow.